All right. So I'm not gonna call you out, Murph. Oh, I am gonna call
No,
you out, but like
you
not in a bad
can.
way. So there
Yeah,
was
yeah,
one
do
thing
it.
that I told you to fix, or not fix, but like
Mm.
work on last scrim that you did it here, and
Mhm.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But all right.
Is it doing 1v1s?
No, it's not talking when you're getting punished.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh,
So you guys are doing the poke phase right here. Like you guys are setting up in a spot and like kind of getting the lay of the land, right? You're saying, all right, what are they playing? Right, this is good. And then once that happens, we want to figure out like what is our win condition, not necessarily who to kill, but like what is like the way we're going to win this fight. Like what is going to happen that we're going to win this fight. So a lot of it can be is Doomfist is highly mobile, but he's also very punishable if you use your abilities correctly. So like say he walks by this, right? And then he gets walled here. He can easily get burnt and say you do all of his health and he has to get out. That's value because it's forcing him out of what he wants to do. So he wants to get in your face and like kind of like what Arissa does, but sort of in like spurts, where he wants to get in your face, take damage, and leave. Arissa's kind of different where she wants to get in your face and take damage for a prolonged amount of time until your team gets kills. He's doing it to like set up a really quick kill. But if you like set up like say, all right, they have Doomfist, they're running this comp now, but like what do we want to do? We want to punish their flankers, or we want to try to force abilities in a rush base without like using our own as much as possible. So like what I mean by that is you guys don't want to like speed into their backline and she's gonna just go away, right? So what I would do is I would say like let's poke out Kiriko, force TP. She TPs, maybe she's in a good spot. We can go on her. All right, I want to force Genji, poke Genji till he deflects. Then maybe we can go on him. I want to go on Doom, poke Doom until he uses his block. Then we can walk on him. Who else? Lucio, not really focusable. Sojourn is not focusable in a lot of these fights. However, the positioning of the Sojourn is really important because it's kind of a go whether or not she's in. A lot of you guys did this a lot where she was like on a really bad off angle and you still were like really wary of her, but like you could easily just rotate away from her. So she's right here, right? She's in a really bad spot for her. You can easily poke her out right here. She slides backwards. Now you can, take space, right? But so let's see what happens. She gets out. That was a good attempt at walling. So we force Doom Punch. That's awesome. Force Suzu. How did you die here? Oh, okay, yeah. So, um, kind of just lagged behind like literally for a second, and it was so like unfortunate that this guy was right here.
mhm.
I would say that like part of playing support is like you're healing your tanks. So he can give space. So when he takes space, use it. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, I
um,
see.
like when Blue walks up past like even the smallest things, right? Blue has cleared out this building, so now this building is for you.
Yeah.
Blue has cleared out this section of the map. Before it was, before he was right here, and this part was not safe because the Doomfist and the Genji. He has now cleared it, so now this space is clear for you. So
Mm.
I would like to see you walk up a little bit further, quickly. Like the safest you can be is with your team most of the time as Baptiste. If you're on your own, you're really susceptible to flankers because you don't. Even if you don't die, if he forces lamp, that's really bad for your team. So I would want you to kind of be closer knit to your Vermatra to where they're there to help you. Because a lot of times when you die and you're not talking, you're not talking, but the second you're on your own. So if you're closer to your team, at least if you're not talking, they can see it. But if you're talking, they can easily just turn around and help you. But I mean, you kind of just get one clipped here by this dude. You see how you back up a little bit more, and now you're
Yeah.
by you see you're a little
Yeah.
bit by yourself here, and you get flanked
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So we do a good job. Let's see. While you die there, but let's see what your team's doing. You guys force out a lot of abilities. You force out literally like almost every single one of their abilities right now. You guys get killed, but like look at this Doomfist. He's on the run. He's low. There's no room for him to do anything. You forced out Soj Slide, and she's dead. But like was there any really like inting happening? Was there any rushing? No, it was just like you guys were poking. Then you saw the Doomfist was pushed in too far. That's when you start to go in. You did a really good job there. Kind of separate a little bit. Shooting different things. But the cleanup is there. Alright, what are we coming up on? Great wall. Like I remember Fox was getting upset that he wasn't dying. Let's see if everyone was shooting him.
That he wasn't dying?
I remember this specific moment. He was saying doom 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 doom, and when the wall broke and he got out for a second, he got upset about it, which is fine. But I just want to see if everyone was shooting him. So Blue's shooting him, Fox is shooting him. Where is the Reaper? Reaper's right here. Reaper's going to shoot him. Yeah, so I mean, you're kind of like not in the position to shoot him, so it's fine. But like either way, what Sav talked about is this is used to force abilities. Like we've forced every single one of Doom's abilities so far. And think about this in the context of like, how do we win this map? We push farther than they do. We force out so many abilities that Doomfist has to leave, and now he cannot contest cart. Free progress. Gets killed here, too. Which is great. I think this is fine by Connor. If he has Wraith, that's fine. Kind of just force pressure on them. This is something that I wanted to talk to you about. So once you get killed by a flanker, I want you to play differently to be ready for them. So like, what about your positioning right now do you think might be hard for you to deal with a flanker? Does it?
Well, I can't see above me where I know that there's somebody.
Yes, but also your back is to the enemy team. That's one of the things. Your back is to the enemy team.
Yeah.
If you were instead on this side looking forward,
I know that there's a soldier in there.
Let me see.
I think there's somebody up top in the window.
No, I think you're fine.
But I think I was fine. Yeah. Okay.
So like, you also have lamp for yourself, so you might not have to use it though. But like, think about like you can hide right here and look up top. You know, cart moves around. You can move around cart. Like a sojourn is not going to kill you by just peeking. Like if she peeks, it's going to be about 3 seconds or so until she theoretically gets full rail, and then she can shoot you. Like you are peeking right here. You can ping sojourn up top. Everyone's shooting at sojourn. She leaves. You know, if you're sitting right here, you know, big thing about supports is that you guys can deal with flankers, but you also can call them out for your DPS. So if you're in a position to do that, you're not going to get flanked ever. Like you're never really going to get like killed on a flank like that where you got like one-shotted, because you'll always see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can play right here, peek in or out, you know, see what's going on. You can walk over here. Maybe if you're really scared of the sojourn, you can go into this room for a second and just kind of heal from here, shoot from here. You get a little bit of natural cover. Once the cart gets over to here to where the team is in front of you, you can now play more out here. You have a vision of your team, but you also have a vision of the flank route. Whereas if you were like back turned this way looking here, you have no vision of nothing. You don't have any vision of it, only your team. Right? So either way, you don't die here, so That was a. You know, I will be honest. It was a bad Blizzard. He kind of reacted too much. With Blizzard, you can think about it as like an ultimate that you don't really have to use aggressively. Like if the enemy team knows you have Blizzard, they either A, don't walk in and you just get free progress, or B, they walk in and you Blizzard them. So I think like you can kind of be patient with Blizzard and wait for them to walk in, and then like, once you're about to take this right here, you can Blizzard the point, and they either have to come into the Blizzard to contest, or you just take butt scratch. But we were like way too reactive with this. Get nothing out of it. He dies. Genji's behind on you now. Now you're in a bad spot. So Doomfist did exactly what he wanted, which was go in, force something, and leave. He was able to force an ultimate, which is something that he probably didn't expect. He probably was trying to force, like, Boop, or maybe try to get Wraith out, or Ice Block, force Nemesis so you can kite back and then go back when it's off. But he forced Blizzard, which is probably something he was not expecting to do. Alright, now let's see. Any questions so far? Anything that I'm not covering that you think about?
Meteor strike.
This is what I'm talking about. So right here, this is specifically, you don't say a word until you die. So the team is walking in, the team is rushing on their backline, and you are in the backline dying.
Yeah.
So it's very it's easy here, right? Instead of, you know, I don't remember what you said specifically at any point here, but
Meteor strike.
I want you to call right now. I'm separated from you guys. Like, start saying to Blue, like, I'm separated. I can't walk in with you. Because he's probably saying, go on this person. Let's get ready to go on this person. You are not ready to do that. You are not in position to help them. You need to say, I can't go in. I can't go in. Doom's on me. Reaper turns around to help you. Mei turns around to help you. Blue holds the front line for a second. Once he gets out or dies, then you group up and go back in. But, I mean, Barry just kind of... Oh, I guess they leave, yeah. But, like, Barry doesn't, like, forgets about you at this point, too. See Genji's going behind you again. Does it every single fight. He does that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Free kill. It's like a free, it's literally a free kill.
I remember. Because I didn't say shit.
Until you died, yeah.
Yeah.
When you died, you said something. But, like, the fact that your team wins this fight here is, like, a miracle. Like, they used 2 ults to win it. But, I mean, either way, if they could have used 2 ults and still died. So, Murph, I mean, Barry eventually does remember you, goes up here, gets you. They swap to Orisa, and this is when it kind of gets really bad. So, Orisa, like I said before, I'm going to say it again in this VOD, so we have it ingrained in our brains in a video. Orisa is never at any point a focusable target unless she has no abilities and is in your backline. She is so survivable. Even, like, if they were running Zen Brig, she'd be survivable. She is so survivable with the way she plays. It's impossible to focus her, especially with, you know, Mei. It's impossible to focus her. It's impossible to kill her. There's so many times here where you go after Orisa. She only dies when you Blizzard her, which is fine. You can Blizzard her and kill her, but okay. So I've said it a few times, Murph. I'll remember if you remember it. About windows. What is one thing that I always tell you about your window? Like how to place it. Do you remember?
Put it right in front of me is the main thing.
In front of you, yes, but like in terms of where it is positioned to the enemy team.
Going.
Yeah, kind of. So what I'll
Take
say,
space.
yes. So window, you use window as a way to take space, but what you do there is that it doesn't create a very good angle to use it. What I would say is that take space and then window. So we'll talk about this right here. This is literally like the perfect spot to talk about this because of this bend. So if I am right here and I window here, the enemy team is right here. So we'll get into the window. We'll pause where the window is. Okay, so here's the window.
He's calling for window though, so like.
Yes. So what I want the whole team to realize is that when you use window, and I'll say this to you, talking to you specifically, but this is for the whole team. When you want a window, you want to take space and then window because you want to get the maximum amount of value out of the way at which it sways like a lane of the map. So like think about this part right here. Like have you ever played League of Legends?
No.
Okay. Well, in League of Legends, there's like three big lanes, and there's like a little bit of like side lanes. There's like middle,
yeah.
there's right, and there's left.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
seeing that.
like this is a lane right here. This is a full-on long hallway with little tiny spots on the left and right to hide. Little long lane here with little tiny spots on the left and right to hide. Long lane right here with little tiny spots on the left and right to hide. Keeps going. It's like a fucking like sandwich. Lane, 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 lane. So what we want to do is if the cart is here, we have this space, right? What space do we want to take? Their space. How do we take that space? By walking up and windowing. So instead of here, like if you window here, right? They just kite, and the space that you are taking with the window has already been taken. You don't need to take the space anymore. You already have this area. However, if you let blue go in front of you, blue walks up, pummels Orisa. Orisa maybe backs up a little bit. Windowing right here is way different because what that does is it forces them to kind of get out of the place they want to be. So like if they can't kite right here anymore, they have to kite either further back or into a small room, and then you can get value out of that. But if you space, this is gonna turn into a dick again. I can't believe this. I'm about to turn it into another fucking dick. I don't know why I keep doing this, but do you know what I mean here?
Yeah.
Where like if you take space and window like this, you're basically denying any sort of exit point for them. Whereas if you do it right here, you're not really doing that. So you want to take space and then window to hold that space.
Okay.
So I'm walking up like for your height. I'm walking up this way. Here's them. I know that they're right here, so you can technically shoot them, but they have all their abilities still. So they're gonna be able to get out. Like he has speed, she has TP, he has javelin and fortify to get out. I want you to take the cart, have blue walk up, window right here. Look at this. Like what are they gonna do? Where are they gonna go? They're gonna hide in this little spot. They're really in a bad. This is a really bad hiding spot. They're like basically just relegated to this right here. They have to go into here where Reaper can walk into them. They have to or back up, and you can just shoot them while they back up. So your window is your ultimate is so important at taking space. Don't use it in an already taken area. Like try to force them out farther as much as you can with it.
Okay.
Because you see, they just get out. No value out of window. Maybe a little bit of space, but you get a little. You get like 10 meters out of it, but they're back in already.
Right.
You guys kind of panicky. This is where the teamwork comes in. So if we're calling, they have blade. I want to hear either you or Barry prioritize what ability you're going to use to stop it. So if you trust your team and you're saying, let's try to save beat and use lamp to stop Genji, then let's use lamp. If we're like, we can still trust our team, but like maybe we want to be safer with it, right? Let's use beat instead to stop Genji and save lamp. However, excuse me. Here's what happens when they use blade. Beat and lamp, right? Lamp is not going to do anything for you when you have like 800 health, right?
Yeah.
And also, you didn't even need either of those. Like, watch what happens, dude. This guy uses blade and immediately gets forced out. Like, they use the beat, right? But he's already forced out, like within 2 seconds of blade.
So I reacted.
You reacted. Yeah. Like I said this before, and we'll put it in a video again. Remember that lamp only gives you 10 health. Lamp doesn't give you half health or full health. It gives you 10 health. So using it when everyone is full health is useless because it's not giving you the survivability. It's just kind of it's just like it's a target for 2 seconds. However, if you wait for a second, trust yourself, let them take a little bit of damage, and then lamp, it's going to be way easier to keep them alive, because lamp isn't going to get focused immediately, and you'll have that lamp to kind of save them when they really need it. Because right now they don't. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'll write this down for each person as like key points to work on for the next scrim.
Okay.
Like a TLDR. I think to see. Hold on. I need to see what's happening here with blue. Yeah. So what's happening right now is that this guy is stupid. So like, you guys are really scared of this Sojourn, but like, is there anything that you could do right now to just completely mitigate what he's doing? Do you see? Because I see.
Yeah.
What is it? Do you know? It's okay if you don't.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So he's holding this angle right here. So he has this vision. But what if we just go here and just push in? Eliminate the off angle by rotating. That's something you guys can do. Instead of always checking them. Like, you don't have to always check somebody. Like, if he is right here, that's a different story. Because no matter where you rotate to, he's going to have an angle on you. If he's right here, this is a way different story because you could just walk on him. But if he's sitting right here, he either has to move back into a regular area so that now there's no off angle to worry about anymore, or he's stupid and like slides over here or something and you just kill him. But what you guys do is that 3 people right now are being well, he was for a second, I don't know if he still is, but at least 2 people are being, both healers too, are looking at this off angle. Now there's no healing for frontline. We can't pressure frontline. Riz is doing exactly what she wants, which is creating the space for him.
So you're saying we shouldn't have been paying attention to that Sojourn?
If this guy is right here, no, you don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Like, look at how blue turns around to shoot him too.
Yeah.
Like this is no reason to do that.
Yeah.
So
I think
Barry
that's
shooting
what
at him.
Fox was saying ignore that Sojourn or something.
Fox and Connor, like, blue's turning around to shoot him. There's no front line right now because of Connor, because of blue, because he's turning around to shoot this guy. Like, who cares? He's over there. Like you can easily just walk in. And then you're there for so long that Connor eventually dies. You split. Now this guy has free reign. Blizzard him, that's fine, Blizzard, but you're down. But I guess it's you almost win the fight. So, just unfortunate. You almost win this fight. You do a really good job almost winning it. So, I think that's a fine fight. In terms of the ending. But, like, don't let this guy do that. Like, it'd be the same thing if he was back here. This is the same angle. Like, if you saw him all the way over here, would you shoot him?
No.
Yeah, so don't shoot him when he's right here, or don't shoot him when he's right here. Like, just realize that he's trying to get an angle on you. Deny it by just rotating. Okay. Connor is feeding again. How did he even get over here? Where is he? Oh, no, yeah. Okay. That's just a bad play. Like, he could have done that when the fight started. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to do when the fight starts. Not necessarily when everyone's in spawns. Now you're 4v5. Now you can't contest.
This ends now.
They use 3 ultimates. I mean, you just lose off of that. They just use 3 ultimates. It's hard to win that fight. Okay. So they have Blade and they have Beat. We have 4 ultimates coming on 5. We should win this fight here. So, our win condition, right? We do a really good job at forcing out the Genji away from the high ground. That's an off angle that he can't have now. Now we have high ground. What's our next point of action is to figure out who we want to force out. Like, what person do we want to force out? I guarantee you, if you pick somebody and if you pick one of the squishies and everyone's shooting them and you're hitting your shots, you'll force out the ability within 3 or 4 seconds. If everybody looks out here and shoots this Kiriko for 2 seconds, you'll force one of her abilities. I promise you.
Yeah.
Once that's done, that doesn't mean that the rush has to start. It just means that an aspect of their game is now gone. If Kiriko doesn't have TP, she can't help flankers, right? She can't get to Orisa in time to help her.
Mm-hmm.
She can't, if she uses Suzu, she can't cleanse anything that you would have done to them. So, she can't kind of like repace the fight by using Suzu, so you can kind of get it brawling on her. If she uses Suzu, you should immediately brawl. But, Sojourn's over here, maybe force her out with slide. When she gets forced out, then walk on them, you know what I mean? Like, she can't get a good angle on you.
So
Genji's right here.
Poking until we force her cooldowns.
Until anybody's cooldowns. Yeah, somebody's cooldown.
Yeah. And then you brawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because any aspect of the fight that you can remove is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've done that immediately by removing high ground for Genji. He's removed. You walk on Kiriko right here. This is great. So what happens is, see what happens in this fight right here at the beginning. So you force out high ground from Genji. Connor does that. Really good job. Guys walked out. I don't like that. So when you are playing Ramatra, don't immediately Nemesis, because Nemesis is used to keep yourself alive in the fight, to keep tempo. If you Nemesis immediately, you're going to have it. You're not going to have your other abilities. What I would say is, think about, you want your shield cooldown to be done when Nemesis is done. So you want a shield, use it for a little bit, then walk in, trust your healers, trust your health bar, shoot them for a little bit with your gun, and then use Nemesis. Because what you can do is, it's hard for Ramatra to punish people when you have their abilities when he's in Nemesis form. So force them out with your shoot, and then once she TPs or once she Suzus, switch to Nemesis and then punish her for it. You know what I mean? Because he has Suzu and he can't really shoot this Kiriko. Use lamp here. They blade. You guys use a lot of ultimates here. Good job killing the Genji. That Genji died way quicker than he thought. He was like yelling Genji like that Genji wasn't dying, but he died pretty quick. Like, basically everyone's shooting here except for Connor. But Connor's like denying an off angle from the Lucio, which is fine. He's like basically taking the Lucio out of the fight. That was a really good fight. Okay. So you swap the Bastion. Now the entire thing that you want to do is completely changed. Now you have somebody on their team that you can, like, basically every fight force out something from him and go on him. Like, they don't have Genji anymore, so they can't get away. As soon as, so the win condition now comes to poke Bastion to force Suzu or force Sentry, and then run on him. Walk past the Orisa and shoot the Bastion. That's the win condition. The same thing with the window, Murph.
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, something that, so when we talk about this is also what's really important when you take space. So if your team takes space for window, you're not going to die here. You see how you walk in front of the whole team to window and then die?
Yeah.
If you're calling to take space for window, if these people are in front of you, you're not going to die here. Trust me. Like, if you're saying, all right, I want a window here, can we take space? Yep, Blue walks in, Connor walks in, Fox walks in,
True.
Creates a front line right here. Now you window in front of them. Now you have a great window spot. But
Well, it's almost the opposite of what we've been doing, which is windowing to take space. But we should maybe be taking space and then window to hold space.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because you can poke for a little bit. Maybe you poke and you force out Fortify, and then she's going to back up, and then you just window her. Now she doesn't have Fortify. But if you, like, a lot of times, window is scary, but it's doable to get away from. especially when
That's
you're
true.
placing it so far back. So yeah, take
Yeah.
space. Call for your team to take space. I want the team up here. Once they're up here, you can accurately walk up and window and get a good window and survive. Because you walk in front of the team to you sacrifice your life for this window, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I also remember that he didn't say anything when he did that, so that's bad. He should be talking when he wants to do that. Because if he does, like, this is like Junkrat tire, where like you want them to not shoot the Junkrat tire, so you int onto basically if your Junkrat is tiring, you want to int into their team because you want to take as much attention away from the tire as possible because it literally could kill 3 people if you're like if it's not getting shot. Same thing with Reaper ult. If he wants to Reaper ult from up here, everybody in. I'm gonna Reaper ult. Everybody walks in. I guarantee you he kills 3 people here. If Blue and Connor, I mean, if Blue and Fox and Pinkberry are right here, I guarantee you he does not get shot like this immediately. Does that make sense? I bet you he kills these 2 people as well. But unfortunately, you guys misused 2 ultimates where you probably should have won this fight. And that's one of your guys' biggest problems, where because you misuse ultimates so much, you are not winning the fights with the ultimates, so you're losing a lot of fights where you're down so many ultimates because you just wasted a lot of them. Okay, so they've also swapped to another Pokeball character here. They've swapped off of Lucio to Anna. What that means is that the playstyle now changes. The playstyle now changes to poke out Anna when Bastion, force abilities. Now Anna can be poked out. Force, like, if she nades herself, that's so huge. So huge. She doesn't have it offensively, she doesn't have it for the tank, or she doesn't have it for Bastion to keep them alive. That's so huge. Because she can't double heal herself. Because nade gives double healing for the duration. So if she heals herself, she can't double heal herself, obviously. So poke out, also we're giving a lot of free space here. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about this yeah, I don't like that. Because we're forcing the ultimate so hard that there was no poke phase there. You just walked in and blizzarded, and then he got Suzu and you lived. Because he has Fortify, he has Suzu, he has Anna nade to keep him up, he has like a lot of these things. He has Javelin Spin, he has so many abilities to get out. You just wasted May ult again. And now you commit to this room, he dies. Now the fight has lost before anything really even happened.
True.
Swap to Sojourn. I think it's a bad pick.
You think it's a bad pick?
I don't think it's a bad pick. Sojourn's good in any
okay.
comp, really. This is something that you just did really good here. And if you don't notice this, but Blue blocks Anna's nade with his shield. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it happened. Ability forced. You know what I mean? Like ability, like they don't have that. I want to show you this. This is the most egregious fight. So I know for a fact here that Fox is calling Orisa a million times. Watch, like, go get an overhead here and just watch what the Orisa does. She walks up. She knows she can survive. She gets walled. She is not taking any damage. She leaves. But like, you see her. Look at her team during this fight.
Yeah.
She walks up. Bastion gets to walk up here. Everyone has this space. Now we have this space. Keep pushing you back. Now we have all this. Now you get to right here. Let's make a take real quick.
This ends now.
This Sojourn is like, if we look at this overall, like,
Is it because we're focused so much on the Orisa?
the Orisa is not gonna die.
Yeah.
She's not gonna die.
Yeah.
I play Orisa. I play tank.
Yeah.
Trust me, she is not going to die. But look throughout the course of this fight. Sojourn kills 5 people. Look at how much damage he takes. There's 1 death. There's another kill. Maybe like 3 health.
This ends now.
I think he took like 10 damage that whole fight. So that's what happens when you give the DPS that much leeway. He's taken 10 total damage that fight. He's gonna kill you every time. Where meanwhile Riss is taking 1,000 damage, but he's living, and you just lose. There's nothing you can do really. So, you guys do this. You guys play way too much into their strengths. Like you're allowing them to. You're not rotating on these off angles. You're focusing Rissa when she wants you to. You know. Okay. Any questions about the last one before we move on?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So one thing I wanted to know is, was this a conversation about going Kiriko here?
No.
I would not play Kiriko with this comp. Baptiste is insanely valuable. So when you think about what you want to do with this comp, right? Think about what the difference between what Bap brings and what Kiriko brings to like a comp. Kiriko brings very burst, sort of like. Think about like her goal is to allow teams to go in and then kind of like quickly stop what they're doing and then continue the fight. Whereas Bap is more of a slow burner, where he kind of just heals and heals and heals. There's the reason that Suzu's immediate is that it's meant to be used really fast during a fight. Bap Lamp has a lot of health. Has a little range. You know, it's meant to be used in kind of a clump.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also with Ramatra thrives when he's alive for most of the fight. What character is going to keep him alive for most of the fight? Baptiste, not necessarily Kiriko. Because at this first fight, you'll see here where he's playing Ramatra in the corner, and you are trying your best with all your might to heal him, and he's not surviving because of just the character you're playing. It literally has nothing to do with any of your skill. It's just the character you're playing.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought he was gonna play Queen, which we normally do, but it was my mistake.
So this guy is literally horrible. I don't mean to mean to this Genji. He is literally horrible. Like, look at what he's doing right now. Look at him! Oh my god, he is horrible. Like he's just dead. He turns around, you turn around, you just immediately kill him. Everybody. Like this guy, he should be dead now. Their team's not even in yet. Really bad wall from Connor, but that's okay. So, what you should notice here is that you use, I think, like 3 crucial abilities before they use any, before they're even in. I mean, here's an ability to stop their rush. Here's an ability to stop their rush. Are they rushing? No. So you've just used 2 abilities to stop their rush, to stop the Queen, to stop the Genji, to stop the Tracer, to stop the Lucio, within the first 3 seconds of the fight, and they're not even here.
Mm-hmm.
So now this Queen is walking in. Maybe he's not even a good player. He's walking in without having to worry about wall, without having to worry about slow, without having to worry about Nemesis form, because we've just used Nemesis form too, for no reason. So now this guy is walking in with full health and nothing to worry about. He's going to shout, you're going to walk in. You have the point, but whatever. You have no abilities. You're being forced out. There's Ice Block, there's Slide, there's TP. You guys are split. And eventually you just lose. Like, look at you here. You survive for you die here. But you're pretty sure you get back. But you are trying your best here at the second part of the fight to keep him up for or maybe is it this fight? No, he dies, so it's the next fight. You see what happened there? You just used 2 abilities randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about what Sav said. We're like, set up at the choke, right? You don't have to. You don't have to necessarily take point immediately. Like, set up at the choke, right? Put somebody on point. Put your Lucio on point or something, or your Bap. Be wary of flankers. If you hear Genji behind you, immediately call it, right? The Mei will turn around to help you. If the Ramatra turns around to help you, he's throwing. Mei should turn around to help you, and that's really it. You kill the Genji, you wall off the Queen when she comes out choke, and you just destroy them. But you guys are making it so hard for yourself, and these guys aren't very good. Making good time here at 40 minutes. We use slow immediately as well. Now we don't have slow. We use that's I wouldn't use it like this either. The nade. Nade is really good in sort of a to counter the brawl. Like as soon as you can use this as soon as they rush in, you can just nade at your feet. Sojourn nade at your feet.
Nade.
Sojourn nade or whatever it's called.
Sojourn. Oh, okay.
Sojourn nade at your feet. It creates this like basically ball in front of you guys that just constant damage on them. Just makes it, like this Sojourn nade, what it did for him is do like 10 damage to Trucker Queen and then she backs out for a second. So no value out of that. We got no value out of Sig Slow. We get no value out of wall here because she could just TP through this. Nobody's getting walled here. We get 0 value out of wall. So 3 abilities, no value.
Time for the reckoning.
Use beat. I mean, the fact you guys win this is crazy. You just wasted beat. This guy is horrible. Guitar Bob 1 is not a good player. Oh, do you lose this? I hope not. Okay, you don't. See how hard that was?
Yeah.
You basically only won when they pushed in too far, and you got. I mean, you had to use beat for it, but yeah, you only won where really like they pushed in too far and they separated and you killed them. All right, so you have Blizzard here. We don't need to get aggressive with Blizzard. He also just this is a complete waste of that ability too. We just can't. Yeah, we're wasting a lot of abilities here. We have Blizzard. What we want to do? We have Choke. We have Blizzard. This is where we want a Blizzard. Wait till Queen walks in. Waller, Blizzard, done. Fight over. We win. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're playing the Choke so far. Fox backs up too far. I mean, the Blizzard was used, but I don't even think you win this fight. Like, you didn't use the Blizzard to kind of protect the Choke. Like, you could have just easily just Blizzarded here at this Choke. As soon as Queen starts to walk in. Like, as soon as you see the rush come out, just Blizzard the Choke. Like, they either don't walk in and don't get any value out of the rush, or they walk in and you, like, trade no value out of those ultimates, or they do walk in and you just get Blizzard value. Which I assume they will walk in because, yeah, like, this guy's gonna walk in probably. Yeah, Blizzard right now. Queen's dead.
So the Blizzard was too late.
Too late, yep. You're already down 2 by the time you Blizzarded.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you guys, this is the time where you come back in, but it's like impossible to heal this guy. So you guys hiding in this corner here. You are back. You're Suzu him. You're putting all your healing into him.
Yeah.
All your healing into him. He's not getting health. Suzu did nothing for him. Lamp would have done awesome for him. You're trying to heal him. You're trying to heal him, and you die. And Bap would have been so much better here. I think you would have won this for sure if you Bap.
Yeah.
All right, where's the next one? Is it this one?
Flashpoint Temple.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I talk about here is that you guys swap half the comp. I would not run Mei in with Darker Queen because it's just like Mei thrives when there's a tank in front of her taking a lot of poke, where she can kind of like use that space to walk in, where she doesn't have to ice block and she can freeze their tank. However, when you play against Darker Queen doesn't really get focused too much. Like, people know that they can't really kill Darker Queen, so they kind of try to focus the people behind her. So, i.e. the Mei. So I would probably play, like, see how they're playing Tracer Genji with this? They're playing that because they know that their backline is going to get focused instead of Queen, so they play highly mobile characters to where it's going to be minimal, the poke that they get.
I think you should have swapped off immediately.
Yeah, I think you guys should have swapped off Sojourn as well. Went Tracer Genji, maybe like Reaper Tracer, Reaper Genji, something like that. Something to make it a little bit easier on you. Okay. Yeah, I don't. So Connor does this a lot where he kind of like walls a choke behind them. Like against Circuit Queen, like you want to just wall right next to her to force her to use shout in like she just don't, you don't want her to get away, right? Like this is not a wall that's gonna help because she's just gonna get away. You want to wall right behind her because she's gonna walk backwards intuitively, right? And then she's gonna walk backwards for a couple seconds, realize she's walled. That's way more damage she's taking. Then she's gonna walk to the right or left, and you can kill her. Like probably, I would say. But I mean, she doesn't really take that much damage. Connor gets killed. She gets Suzu'd. She gets sustained, and you win. And they lose. I mean, you what? You lose. Invest beat here. They invest 2 more. You guys aren't shooting the same thing. Fox is over here shooting something. You die. Good kill. I mean, the fact that you guys are alive for this long is... There's no way that Mei gets back here. Like, the enemy team's just not focusing you as well. Good either. If you win this fight, this is crazy. That's insane. Is that insane to you that you win that fight?
That is a little insane. Yeah.
Like this, like
We
that.
shouldn't have.
Like that is no way in heck that you guys will win that fight in like a tournament. There's no way.
No.
Okay, you guys do a good job rotating to meet them. Okay, so we still have Mei, so we just play to wall this choke. This is choke right here. Same thing, literally the same fucking architecture as this arch. Like just this is where we want to wall. Queen walks in, we wall. Wall her. Force shout, force TP and Suzu, whatever. Like Sav talked about, we're using wall to force abilities so we can brawl them. See what we do here with wall. I mean, they're just kind of playing nothing right now. So this is nice. Force recall out of Tracer, which is great. They're still doing nothing. Now wall, we're not ready for it. It was a little late. If we're ready for the wall, like I know they went really fast, but like if the win condition is to wall this choke, he should be ready at all times to wall it as soon as someone walks in. So, all right, the win condition is to wall this choke, right? All right, I'm ready to wall the choke. As soon as Queen walks in, I wall right now. Like right now is the wall time, because that not only will that wall Queen, but you will also stop the rush, like completely cancel it out. So if we know the correct call and we're ready to do it, we will completely cancel this dude's ultimate. But you wall, and you don't really wall anybody because Kiriko is the only person that gets walled, and she can just climb over it. So that's why Mei isn't very good into this comp as well, because you can't really wall anybody. You can only rely on walling the Junker Queen. A lot of times, it's hard to kill her. So everyone's focusing on a different thing. Connor's focusing something different. You guys are now focusing the Queen together. Nice. Focusing that. All right. So the target focus kind of cleans up there for a second, and you win this point. However, you should have gotten 100-0'd for sure. Is that an accurate statement? You should have lost 100-0 on this point for sure.
Yeah.
Temple. Next, flashpoint, palace.
Palace. Which one is that? I think it's the yellow. It looks like it's probably this one. It's gotta be this one, right? This looks like a palace.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm right. Let's go.
Map is so cool.
Yeah, this map is awesome.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
So you see how late Connor is here? Like walking in terms of where the team is. Another reason why we should swap off Mei. He is not as highly mobile as the rest of the comp is. You guys definitely could have made it work with the BAP Ramatra, I think, though.
Yeah.
So you guys do a good job here at not kind of like, a lot of teams will be like, oh, they're taking point, just rush point. You guys take high ground here. I think that's fine. You were late, obviously, so just kind of take the clear high ground and then do something with it. This guy's stupid. He just wastes shout for no reason. You guys get pinched. But, like, you're just not ready for it, right? You're just kind of rotating, but, like, we're not really looking. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that this guy is able to do this because you guys should be up here. Like, who doesn't know this guy is doing this right now? Does everybody not know he's doing this?
Huh.
It doesn't look like a single person knows that he's going around. Whereas, I mean, the sound cue
No.
was pretty, you know, pretty loud there. So you guys just get pinched for no reason. Not ready. You're forced to use Suzu. You get. You're down 2 when you use that ultimate. You're just basically dead here. I guarantee, oh, not guarantee, but I bet there's a big chance there you guys were ult tracking when you were walking up there. Just make sure it's a little bit quicker. Alright, so we're down 55% and nothing has really happened. Okay, he does that. This guy is literally horrible. Guitar
yeah.
boy. The second time he's done that. Alright, this guy can easily get walled here. Wall him. Alright, good wall. Kind of. This guy's in such a horrible spot. He's in such a bad spot right now. You use knife and force him to use shout. That's great. You get the wall off. He should die right now, please. Good. Yep, that's a really good boop from Barry there. Fox gets 2v1 a little bit on that high ground there. Oh, he makes a really poor. I would say this is a poor flank. Like just use the space. If you want to get to high ground there, use the space that the team has given you and then access it. Like walk down mid here and they get high ground because you just don't know what's going on up there, especially when they have 2 flankers. You don't want to get 2v1'd. Alright, take this. Is there any water left? No. Alright, they swapped to Ramatra. But they've kept the regular comp. So Ramatra is very disjointed from his team right now. So we can either do one of two things. We can either wall Ramatra and destroy him. Because, I mean, assuming even if he gets Suzu'd, I feel like overall because he doesn't have the shout and like the healing from the knife and the axe that Queen has, you could probably kill him. You could probably kill him at this choke right here. Wall him and then kill him. Or you can just walk around him and just like force abilities out from Kiriko and Lucio. Like one thing you guys can probably do is that you might not do is that use speed to walk onto the Kiriko to force Suzu or TP and then use shout to to do that after. Like one at a time, you know what I mean? That's something you could do.
That's a good idea.
Wall this guy. Okay, good wall. You guys force Nemesis really good. Give up so much. They give up so much space. This is a really good fight so far. And then you feed. I'm pretty sure you feed and die here. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you push up too far.
We all. I felt like as a team, yeah, we pushed too far. We should have just held the choke.
Yep.
Not
You did
go in the tank.
So blue makes the excuse me, I've been talking for so long, my mouth's getting a little dry. Blue makes the exact same mistake that their queen did before when you guys forced it out. He walks up here. You should not have done that as well. If they're feeding
Going forward. Oh, okay.
so one thing that you can do, which is like a kind of a mean thing, but like at the same time it helps learn discipline for your team, is that if they're feeding, don't go in like that to help them. Especially during a scrim. Maybe during a match you could do it, but during a scrim, don't do that. Because if they feed and die, then they're like, "What happened?" And you can tell them, "So you fed, and I'm not gonna TP into you to help you." You can't do that. They won't do it. But like a lot of they basically fuck you. Like they just bend you over and just fuck you good here because they just like they walk in and they force you to come help them, and then you're dead. Basically, they basically do the team's job for them, which is force out your TP. Like your team forced out your TP. You get bladed on. Nothing you can do. You die. Connor dies from the feeding, and everyone's low, and you just lose. Makes sense so far?
Yeah.
Cool.
100%.
Palace.
Okay.
Next, Flashpoint Garden.
Alright, this one. This one was rough. You guys didn't really have any good fights on this one. So, this is where we have Rush. So, let's see. Like, we talk about... Alright, let's go in the corner and use Rush here. That was the call. Let's see what happens. Let's see what that's happening here.
Flashpoint.
Okay, I want to see this. Are we shooting the Tracer right now? Oh, yeah, baby. Look at this. So, the call right now is to rotate to Garden, the front here, and
Yeah.
ult. So what's
Yeah.
happening is people are stopping real quick to shoot this guy, and now the rotation has like disjointed. Now look at us.
Yeah.
Instead, if you want to shoot this dude, just walk and shoot him. Walk this way and shoot him. Like if Fox, Barry, walk this way, continue the rotation, but shoot him. Because what it's going to do here is you're going to do two things at the same time. Three things, actually. You're going to stay as a team. You're going to deny the angle with the shooting, and you're going to deny the angle with the rotation. So you're doing three things right now. Like, if he pushes up past this here, you could just dome him, and he's dead. But he's just trying to distract you, right? He's not trying to get a kill. He's trying to distract you. He's prolonging the fight. He's prolonging the rush by making you turn and look at him. Because he's not going to kill anybody right here, obviously. He wants you to turn around and look at him like that. Barry stops for a second. Now we get separated by this ability. Excuse me, sorry. Still disjointed. Kind of back, but not really. We waste wall. And at this point, so when we call, like, I'll go back here to show you the ult charge. At the beginning of this fight here, Barry makes a really good call where she says that he doesn't have Annihilation yet, but he's going to. He's at 75. So, and Blue follows that up with, all right, let's try to go fast so he doesn't get it. That's what we have to do here. We have to commit on going fast here. We wait so long and let this guy get the ultimate.
So I should have rushed earlier.
Like, no, we just need to speed up here and rush. Like, not you specifically, but we need to just ignore this Tracer, walk up here and rush. If we speed up here right now, he'll be at like 82 by the time the fight starts instead of 100. But we wait. We shoot this Tracer. We allow him to poke. He's getting ult charge right now. Allowing him to poke. He's at 80 now. He's at 85, 86, 90 before the fight started. 91. And when we go in, he has his ult. So, because of that time he wasted there, Tracer did exactly what you wanted to do. Like I said, she forced you guys to wait and let him charge his ultimate. And now he counters that really well with his ultimate, and you guys get separated, and you lose.
Time for the reckoning.
And we use that ultimate down 2 again, which we should not really be doing that. Try to save your ultimate, Blue. Not use it when we're down 2. Second time you've done that. Especially when a fight goes haywire like that, it just doesn't work out at all what we wanted. Try not to use ults to salvage it, because we just didn't get anything we wanted out of it. Alright, we have Blizzard, and I think I know for a fact here that we fuck it up and get nothing out of it. So let's see. Okay, interesting rotation. I don't really like going this way, but
动作不洗澡。
yep. So we just chuck it out again when everyone has their abilities. You see what happens here? That's like the fifth. That's like the fifth blizzard. And I know Savs, you guys played May a lot. That's like the fifth blizzard in 2 maps that we've gotten 0 value out of. That is a lot of ultimates to get no value out of. And it's like 0. Maybe we take the point. No, we just lose. Yep. No way we win. Okay, here we go. So, like we said before, we just completely tried to get too fancy with it. We tried to throw it out, like just walk in. You know, we definitely have. I need to go back to because we definitely had Blizzard when Ramachas walked up here. Right now, wall him in Blizzard. Like right this second. Like wall him right now in Blizzard. Look at the spot that he's in right now, and look where Connor is. Easy wall, Blizzard. He's dead. Goodbye. See ya. Like I am okay with you if he's in a bad spot. Always solo Blizzarding the tank, because it's basically just infinite value. The tank dies, there's like a 90% chance you guys win the fight. I would say, like just pull the trigger here, but instead he just chucks it out. Like that was horrible. You know, I'll be honest here. It was bad. You know what I mean? And then they just kite, go back in. You guys have no resources. You die. And you lose. And then I think you see died or just don't have a chance to touch. Alright, which one's the last one? Oh, it's like this little tiny one. Okay. You guys do kind of quite well on this one, but not really.
Yeah.
You guys win a lot of unwinnable fights here. Again. Okay, so I think this is like the third one of these points where you guys are completely late. You guys are not even there by the time the point unlocks. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe try to work on pathing a little bit better here to get here faster. This is like the third point in a row that you guys are just getting here when the point unlocks. So they have point before the fight even starts. We are really, really disjointed right now.
Time for the reckoning.
Where's Fox when he uses that ultimate?
This end.
Oh boy. Like we talked about on Blizzard World, Fox, you gotta put yourself in a good situation if you want to ult. Like you can't just like go behind them and ult like this, like right in the back line. Especially you just use slide too, so you don't have slide. Instantly dead, like instantly. We also, yeah, we use 3 ultimates there, and I don't even think we had. There wasn't even a chance that we were winning that fight. We used 3 ultimates. They used 4, but I mean, you know, we have to kill at least somebody. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we're at like 60% and we had 1 fight. Let's see what happens here. We have Rush. They have Blade. You guys forced Suzu out. Pretty good. Nice kill him. That was good. Good rush from you, I think. You set it up on a good spot for the team to get a kill. Good swap to get. I think that's a good swap to Genji. I like this is a way better comp now in terms of like
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
with the queen. Okay, so neutral game here. We're about to have Reaper ult, but mostly neutral game. Good job from Fox getting the flanker out. All right, but what are we doing here though? A lot of nothing, I think. We use shout. What do we do shout on? Why'd we shout? Okay, that was weird. That was a weird use of shout, obviously. Now we don't have that for the actual fight. like we talked about, using release way too early. You guys do a good job at kind of 2v1ing that dude. We're disjointed. We're like, you see how Blue's up here, Fox is over here,
Yeah.
Connor's right here. I mean, that was just a scrappy fight on both sides.
Yeah.
But I mean, against a good team in a tournament like Trank, they're gonna be together. They're not gonna be all over the place like these guys are. So, especially this dude, like this Genji over here is dumb. He's been doing this all game. Yeah, he dies. They have a lot of ultimates here, unfortunately.
Time for the reckoning.
Nice Fox. Gotta kill this Matra. Oh boy. Just stand still. And it's unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. He probably would have won that fight. But do we see like the disconnects?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're not necessarily people not focusing targets. Like this is not a one person issue. Like everybody is focusing their
yeah.
own target. Abilities are being used so recklessly that it's like you guys are going into every single fight down at least one crucial ability that they wanted to force out. Like you see, like when people talk about forcing out all these abilities, like they don't even have to do that. You're making it so much easier for them. Shut the wrist. But